The Texas Department of Transportation, or TxDOT, welcomes you to either a virtual or in-person public meeting for the FM 2493 six-lane widening project. We appreciate your interest in this project and thank you for your participation. The virtual public meeting will consist of this presentation and electronic copies of all the exhibits displayed at the in-person option scheduled for 5 to 7 p.m. on November 4th, 2021 at the Tyler Junior College West Campus. The virtual public meeting and comment period will extend from November 4th, 2021 through November 19th, 2021. Please note, for the virtual public meeting, you can pause this presentation at any point to allow more time to view the slides or view other documents on the website. Given the unique circumstances of the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protecting public health during this pandemic, TxDOT is conducting this as a virtual public meeting with an in-person option. Details on how to submit a comment will be covered later in this presentation. All project information can be found on the project website at www.txdot.gov and searching FM 2493 6-lane. This public meeting is being held to present information on the project development process and to receive feedback from the public on the preferred design for the FM 2493 6-lane expansion project. Feedback collected from this public meeting will be used as we proceed with the project. The proposed FM 2493 6-lane widening project is approximately 5.5 miles in length and extends from State Loop 323 in Tyler south to FM 2813 in Gresham. The purpose of this project is to improve system ability, safety, and connectivity for all road users. A larger version of this location map is also available online. The proposed typical section for FM 2493 includes 6 travel lanes with curb and gutter, raised medians, a shared use path for bicycle and pedestrians on the one side of the roadway, and a sidewalk on the other side of the roadway. In 2016, the Tyler Metropolitan Planning Organization completed a study of the FM 2493 corridor from State Loop 323 south to US 69 in Bullard. This study analyzed current conditions and forecasted growth to recommend future improvements. Recommendations from this study included widening the entire corridor, along with grade-separated interchanges at State Loop 323 and Grande Boulevard. As a result, several projects are now currently underway along the approximately 14-mile corridor. While they are being developed independently and in various stages of completion, rigorous efforts are being made to coordinate the projects and ensure a consistent approach. The section of FM 2493 within this project, from State Loop 323 to FM 2813, focuses on improving traffic congestion at intersections and improving safety by reducing conflict points. The first public meeting held for this project was on Tuesday, April 23, 2019. At this meeting, public comments were gathered relating to the various alignment alternatives presented. Since that time, TxDOT has evaluated and developed a preferred design which is being presented today. After this meeting, all public comments will be evaluated. Any changes and comments addressed will be presented at the final public hearing to be scheduled tentatively for the fall of 2022. Environmental clearance is currently anticipated in spring 2023, with the beginning of right-of-way acquisitions and utility relocations to follow later in 2023. Construction is currently expected to begin in 2026. The environmental constraints within the project area were considered during project design in order to avoid, minimize, and mitigate impacts to environmental resources. The environmental review, consultation, and other actions required by applicable federal laws for this project are being or have been carried out by the Texas Department of Transportation pursuant to Title 23 of the U.S. Code, Section 327, and a Memorandum of Understanding dated December 9, 2019, and executed by the Federal Highway Administration and TxDOT. During the first public meeting, several design alternatives were presented for public consideration and comment. At the Loop 323 intersection, two grade-separated alternatives were presented. In both options, Loop 323 bridged over FM 2493. The difference between the alternatives centered around the configuration of FM 2493. The first alternative showed a conventional design where the Loop 323 ramps intersect FM 2493 at ground level with traffic signals. The second alternative showed a displaced left turn configuration where left-turning vehicles along FM 2493 cross the opposing traffic ahead of the signalized ramp intersections. This configuration is considered an innovative design, and it increases the amount of green time all drivers get to pass through the intersection. Between Capitol Drive and through Lakes Boulevard to the south, one alternative that widens the roadway to the west onto the abandoned railroad right-of-way was presented. TxDOT owns the old railroad right-of-way and plans to utilize it to the fullest extent possible to minimize impacts to other property owners. Included in this alternative was an overpass on FM 2493 over Grande Boulevard. From Three Lakes Boulevard south to FM 2813, three widening alternatives were presented because the abandoned railroad right-of-way is no longer adjacent to the existing roadway. The three alternatives included widening to the east, widening to the west, and widening equal distances to both sides of the roadway. Public feedback was received on all these alternatives, and the preferred design presented at this public meeting attempts to address all the comments received. The preferred design is available to review on the project website. In addition to the first public meeting, additional public outreach consisting of an online mapping exercise was conducted from April 29, 2021 to May 31, 2021. Participants were asked to rate traffic congestion at major intersection locations and provide any other comments within the study area. There were 634 unique visitors and 222 data points placed on the online map. The FM 2493 and State Loop 323 intersection was identified as the most congested intersection in the project limits. At the same time the public outreach was being conducted, business owner concerns over the potential for an overpass at the intersection of FM 2493 and State Loop 323 were presented to the Tyler Area Metropolitan Planning Organization. Due to these concerns, the MPO held a public comment period from May 13, 2021 through June 16, 2021. This was followed by an MPO Policy Board vote on June 17, 2021 to completely remove the possibility of intersection improvements to State Loop 323, including a potential overpass at this intersection. With this recent development, TxDOT has continued to develop this project without improvements on State Loop 323. The preferred design at the intersection of FM 2493 or Old Jacksonville Highway and West Grande Boulevard is a grade-separated intersection. The proposed intersection design will be a conventional overpass with FM 2493 bridging over West Grande Boulevard. U-turns will be provided along Old Jacksonville Highway. Dual left turn lanes will be provided at each intersection approach. This 3D animation shows the right-of-way impacts associated with the design of the proposed intersection. The red dashed lines show the proposed right-of-way to be purchased, and the blue dashed lines show where the existing right-of-way is currently. Visible blue lines mean that no additional right-of-way is anticipated at this time. The traffic visualized in this 3D simulation is based on a traffic count prediction model for the future traffic in the year 2045. This model represents what traffic could look like at the intersection of FM 2493 and West Grande Boulevard with a grade-separated intersection. Three alternative intersection designs were evaluated at the FM 2493 and Grande Boulevard intersection. A conventional overpass design, an at-grade displaced left turn intersection, and an at-grade conventional intersection were evaluated. The at-grade conventional intersection has the lowest level of service for allowing traffic through the intersection. The at-grade displaced left turn intersection increases the level of service for the intersection, but the most benefit is seen with the conventional overpass design. For this reason, the conventional overpass was selected as the preferred design. A study was performed on this section of FM 2493 that evaluates improvements proposed to address forecasted traffic in the design year of 2045. Detailed traffic modeling has been performed for a no-build or do-nothing alternative and a build alternative, which would widen FM 2493 to 6 lanes from north of State Loop 323 south through FM 2813. Multiple intersection concepts were evaluated with the build alternative. The initial traffic modeling shows that in the year 2045, the no-build alternative would result in travel times of approximately 20.5 to 21.5 minutes to drive the 5.5-mile corridor in the evening or morning peak hours. In the year 2045, the FM 2493 build alternative is expected to reduce corridor travel times by approximately 7 to 11 minutes in the evening and the morning peak hours. Additionally, the build alternative is anticipated to increase average speeds by 13 to 15 miles per hour during the evening and morning peak hours compared to the no-build alternative. The design schematic and exhibits discussed in this presentation may be viewed in their entirety online at the project webpage or by visiting TxDOT's website, www.txdot.gov, and searching keywords FM 2493 6-lane. The information found online is the electronic version of the same information available at the in-person public meeting option. We want to hear from you. If you are attending the public meeting in-person option, there will be a provision to submit written comments for the record during the scheduled meeting. Otherwise, you may submit written comments via email at fm2493@txdot.gov, by filling out an online comment form, or via U.S. mail to the TxDOT Tyler District Office, Attention Advanced Project Development, 2709 West Front Street, Tyler, Texas 75702. Comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, November 19th, 2021, to be included in the public meeting summary. All comments received by 5 p.m. November 19th will be addressed in a summary report and posted to the project website. We sincerely appreciate your participation and interest concerning the proposed design for the FM 2493 6-lane project. Your questions, comments, and concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you. This concludes the presentation.